Hi guys, I'm Katie with KatieEats, and today I am so excited because we are going to unbox and make my first oat milk with NUTR. I got this as a gift and I'm so excited to share the contents of it with you guys and make my first cup of oat milk. Corey and I use oat milk in a lot of different things. We make oatmeal all the time. We add it to our coffees. We add it to our smoothies. It's something that we use constantly, and so I'm super excited to be able to make it at home myself and not have all the preservatives and just different junk that a lot of times is added when you buy the store-bought kind. So let's dive in and see what's inside this box. Inside we have the instructions, which honestly looks super easy. There's 6 steps. I've watched a couple videos and it looks pretty foolproof, so hopefully that is the case. Next, we've got 2 sizes of scoopers, the strainer, a brush to help us clean, a recipe book that has, I think, your basic instructions on how to make nut, oat, and coconut milk, but also some fun recipes on how to get a little bit more fancy. And lastly, of course, the picture itself. It's so cute.
Now that we got it out of the box, let's make some oat milk.
It really only requires purified water and then a scoop of whatever type of milk you're trying to make, for example, oatmeal for oat milk. And then they recommend adding a pinch of salt, a dash of cinnamon, a teaspoon or so of vanilla, and then you can add a date or honey for sweetness if you wanted your milk sweetened. I'm not going to sweeten mine, so I'm just going to take the water and fill it to the inside of the pitcher where there's a line that says max. Of course, this is just the simplest recipe that you can do. I'm just wanting to see what regular oat milk would taste like. Then you secure the lid on and plug in the machine. There's a little spot on the back where it goes. And then you can select what type of temperature you want for what type of milk you're making, and it automatically starts. When the 5 minutes was up, it did a little double ding, and now it's ready. Ooh, it smells so good. You can use the strainer or not. I'm kind of curious to do both, so let's just start off by pouring it right into the glass and seeing what the consistency is, and then I'll put it through the strainer. Technically, you're supposed to leave the lid of the pitcher on and it'll actually strain a little bit of the contents out for you. I learned this after making this video. So it seems like the straining of oat milk will take a while. It's been sitting in the strainer like that for, I don't know, maybe a minute or 2. My guess is that it would be different with nut milk because the particles of the nuts are different than the oat. Honestly, I don't mind my oat milk creamier, so I probably wouldn't really ever strain oat milk, but just so you see, there is liquid sitting in here and it's not really coming out. So if you wanted totally strained oat milk. I don't really know how long it would take. Okay, so my final consensus on the NUTR is I give it a thumbs up. As someone who consumes a lot of vegan milks, I'm really excited to know exactly what I'm putting or what is going into my milks when I consume them, and the fact that it's so easy to use. It took about 5 minutes and I have about 2 servings of oat milk, which I think would be enough to do a coffee and a smoothie in the morning, which isn't a ton, but it's enough for me. What I'll probably end up doing is spending 15 minutes or so a week making a few batches and then keeping them in jars in the fridge to have on hand when I need them. And I'm happy that we went with this brand. There's so many of them out there, but this one seems like it can do the most because it has the cold, the warm, and the hot settings, so you can do everything from soy milk, which you would need to do on the hot setting, to cold, which you can do with your oat milk or your nut milk, and kind of everything in between. Plus, because it has the settings, you can actually make a hot drink like the hot cocoa recipe, which I'll probably be making next, right in the NUTR itself, which isn't necessary, but kind of a cool function. It also seems like it's going to be really easy to wash, so all these things are positive parts about the NUTR. So anyways, I'm going to go drink my tea. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you aren't, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Warm and hot settings, that will allow